Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we got a knife here from Miguron. We recently checked out some Ameight knives. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get the Gladiator out here. This thing is a do-it-all folding knife, and some of you guys were saying this was looked like a great camping folding knife. So recently unboxed this one in the channel. I have this knife and every other knife linked down below if you guys want to check prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff. But yeah, check out the unboxing on the Ameight Gladiator. Ameight and Miguron are actually sister companies from what I understand. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's find out what this guy is all about, the Malory from Miguron. So here we go. Let's dive in here, shall we? Kind of a medium box, if anything. Do I need to use the blade in here, sir? You want to cooperate? Yes, thank you. All right, here we go. All right. Malory. What is the Malory all about? We got a wiping cloth right here and branding details. We got a silica gel, and here is the knife. So we got the QC pass the quality check. And the Malory, oh boy, first things first, let's wipe a little bit of oil here. It looks like we're dealing with black micarta here. Already loving the blue accent on the pivot there. That's looking pretty good. We do have prow liners, and the liners do extend a little bit past the micarta right there. Right, you guys take a closer look. Prow liners, and they do extend beyond the micarta. 2 body screws, and I bet this pocket clip looks like it might be titanium. Let me get my magnet of truth and double check here. Yeah, that is titanium right there, which is good. That's a very nice Miguron touch, right? Got their logo there in the pivot. Then we have this Savage blade. Actually sticks out quite a bit here from the handle. Even has a fuller right there, which is interesting. And it looks like we have that flipper, and we might be able to deploy off of the fuller. I'm willing to bet. But let's go ahead and play it safe here, right? And deploy. Flipper has some jimping on it, which is nice. Should be a no frills flipping experience. And bam, there it is, guys. We got a Wharncliffe, what are we calling this? Wharncliffe sheep's foot blade, right? Definitely has a hollow ground. So I'm digging that already. That's feeling pretty good. Hollow ground, this one's all blacked out. Black blade, black micarta, black liners, black hardware. 14C 28N on the steel there. Again, we got that fuller. And what looks to be a Wharncliffe sheep's foot blade. It is a liner lock. Let's check that lock up right there. That's looking like maybe like a 30, 35, 40% or so. You guys be the judge. Let me know. There's your D10 ball you can see in there. And it looks like we do have, yeah, it looks like we do have good access to that liner here. All right, nice and easy to push out of the way there and disengage. That's always a good thing. And yeah, nice drop shot action there on ball bearings. Oh yeah, I'm digging that. That is nice. Wow, okay. All right, talk about tuning a knife really well. And this is going to be, I believe, a budget knife. Again, 14C 28N steel with micarta. It can't be a pricey knife at all. So by the time you're watching this video, I would have already linked to this knife and every other knife right down below if you guys want to check it out. Moment of truth here off of the fuller. Oh, all right. See, now we're talking, right? Now we're talking. You knew I was going to test that out. And man, oh man, it actually feels really good. A little bit of flick of the wrist helps, but do you need it? Let me do it without flicking the wrist. Nope, you don't need it, right? So yeah, definitely can flip off of the fuller there. Also can thumb deploy, right? How about that? No thumb studs needed. Just push down and up with your thumb, and you can deploy it that way as well. Really digging that. Checking out the alignment right here. It's a little bit hard to see because everything is blacked out, but there it is. That looks to me like it is smack in the middle. You guys be the judge there. Pocket clip on one side. It is not reversible, however, something to keep in mind there for my lefties. So they give you the titanium clip, but it is not reversible to the other side. All right, now checking out the ergos. Yeah, this is going to feel pretty good here. If you do use the flipper as a finger guard, you get a full hammer grip right here. Feels nice and comfortable. Pocket clip is also comfortable, about a good 8.5, 9 out of 10. And of course, you got this nice finger choke right here, so you can forward choke on this bad boy. And a little bit of jimping here. I kind of wish it was a little bit longer, but you do have a tiny little bit of jimping there. And then, of course, you can forward choke and get a little bit more control of your blade with this geometry. Again, I'm really digging the fact that it is a hollow ground. So you can, of course, do maybe a little pinch grip like this, do some utility cuts, draw cuts, and whatnot. It is a very utilitarian design for everyday use. So really digging that as well. I mean, really, what a great model here to make a debut. Again, Miguron making a debut in the channel. This is the very first Miguron knife that we are checking out. And what a great way to start things off here. The Malory from Miguron. Let's do some size comparisons. Let me give you a ballpark here where this guy lands. Let's go ahead and do that Ameight Gladiator that we used to open the box. As you can see, again, sister brands, and the Gladiator is a little bit bigger, right? Just a tad bit. Here is the Klysta, right, from Ameight as well. The Klysta is just a little bit shorter, right? Also a liner lock with G10 scales instead, and 14C steel. from flipper deployment. All right, check out unboxings on these guys in the channel if you want to learn more details. And of course, the typical knives here in the channel. There's your MSI from Microtech. Here's your stitch. All right, those are going to be bigger knives without a doubt. Here is the PM2, right, which is going to be a little bit larger there. There's your Para 3, which is obviously shorter. Demko AD 20.5 is going to be a little bit shorter there. And the Kunwu Chad is going to be a little bit bigger. Right, somewhat of a similar, right, not quite, but somewhat close, right, geometry on the blade for both of these guys. Of course, you don't get the finger choil, kind of takes a little bit away from the actual cutting edge. There's no finger choil on the Chad, so you can see kind of what the trade-off is right there. On the budget end of things, again, the budget category is really crowded with so many amazing options. What a great time to be a knife enthusiast. That is the Tenable Fenrir. Actually sold out in so many places because it's actually that good. People are just scooping them up. And here's the CJRB Pyrite Light as well, right? Great geometry for EDC. Can't recommend these enough. And again, I'll have them linked down below. And you can find content on all these knives. All right, speaking of similar geometry, there's that Fintiso Parrot. There's the Vosteed Corgi there. Hopefully this gives you a ballpark idea where this guy lands, but if you want to check overview, review, and whatnot, just type the knife name Miguel EDC in the YouTube search box, and you'll pull up that video right away. Now, let's get scientific with it here. We said this was 14C, 28N, great budget steel. It is corrosion resistant, so it doesn't necessarily need this black coat, but again, they're trying to do the whole mortared out black aesthetics on here. Right, that edge actually feels pretty good. Let's go ahead and get you a 5X zoom in here. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, definitely gonna slice through that paper there with no issues. Let's get some full slices. Bam, boom, bada boom. Even comes with sound effects. There we go. I'm really digging this type of geometry. This is my kind of geometry all day, every day. And of course, let's throw a little bit of cardboard cutting there in the mix for scientific purposes. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but at an angle. So it's gonna look something like this. Oh yeah, actually feels really good. Bam, boom, let's go. Yeah, definitely going to cut through that cardboard with no issues. Definitely a very solid, good edge there out of the box. And with that black coat, if I give it a little white there, you are going to start noticing some streaks and whatnot, or markings on the blade. You know, that's kind of inevitable, but it's going to offer some protection there, completes the whole blacked out aesthetics, and again, a hollow ground. In case I haven't already mentioned that about 5 to 10 different times already. I mentioned I'm a big fan of this thing because it is certainly making a great first impression. You guys, let me know in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10, how sharp is it out of the box in your opinion. Let me know in the comments. Well, there you guys have it. Quick unboxing and overview of the Malory from Miguron Knives. Definitely making a great first impression here on the channel. About 3 different deployment options with a very nice and interesting and functional fuller right there. Hollow ground, 14C 28N steel with a sort of sheep's footy, warny geometry right there. Micarta handles with prow liners, G10 backspacer, and titanium pocket clip. So definitely a great recipe here. Really digging this thing, and it's probably not going to cost all that much. It's actually going to be very affordable, just based on those materials alone. I'll have it linked down below so you guys can check everywhere that is available, and of course, you know, prices, availability, and variants. I'm sure there are some other models available with different handle options and blade finishes and things like that. Check out that video to the left for the Ameight Gladiator, and that video to the right for the Klysta. These are, again, a sister company to Miguron. Pretty solid, also very affordable as well. Highly recommendable. Nice, guys. Let me know, what do you like about the Malory? What do you love about it, like about it, anything you dislike about it? Let's hang out in the comment section down there. If you made it to this point in the video and you haven't already, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps this video reach a larger audience. And please do consider subscribing. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. Huge shout out to Miguron for sending these in for me to check out and share with you guys. And a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters and channel members for supporting what I do here. You guys are awesome. If you made it to the end, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much for hanging out with me until the end, guys. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Either this one or this one. Peace!